Okay, I'm back. I think I'm doing all my filming today. This is in the shade, but you know, you don't have to look at me, you just have to look at the beautiful view behind me. So when I decided to come to Mauritius, it was a hard decision because I was coming on my own. And also, as some of you know, it's mummy's gap year next year. So I was like trying to see where I can go. And just like the children, they go off in the world and they're going to have their life. I thought, you know what, like as parents or as mums, we also need to reinvent ourselves and ask ourselves, what do we really want? And you know what, like when I was younger, it was so easy to travel. I just used to hop on a plane or a boat, like no questions asked. And I found that this time around it was extremely difficult. And you think that you can do it, but you know what, you're still so out of your comfort zone. It is extremely difficult. And I got on the plane. So this post is about 5 things you can do basically just to get out of your comfort zone. I know it's hard, but I did it. So the one was like I was really worried about traveling alone. I was coming here, and then you won't believe me, on the plane I met some ladies that were actually also just traveling alone, and they exactly had the same fears. They were like, oh, we're all here, we're all alone. And then I met up with them. So I mean, basically it's just do something out of your comfort zone, like just talk to strangers. I mean, we spoke on the plane. And then number 2 is like accept invites. When they invite you to go somewhere, just, I mean, I went. They said to me, come to Fleck on Flack, and I went, and they were staying there, and I met so many more people through them that it was just you know, like we just had, all of us had an instant bond, and we're just like discussing, you know, like the way forward once our kids are finished with school, because they've got their gap years. What about us? We also want gap years, or to redecide what we want to do. And then the third thing I did was I basically made an appointment with one of the hotels for the non-profit. And then they asked me to stay, and I was like looking at everybody playing volleyball. So like, do something that you haven't done for 40 years. Look, I'm not saying it was great. I mean, I played, I didn't break any bones, and our team didn't lose, so you know what I mean. My arm was extremely sore the next day, but I felt so proud of myself that I did something, you know, like that I haven't done for forever. And it was just like something as simple as volleyball. And the first thing I did when I got here is I decided to use my feet. You know, our feet, we drive a lot in South Africa. You with me, purely because of the crime, so we don't actually really walk from place to place. So I decided the first 3 days before my car hire, I walked forever. I got lost. You don't understand. I got so lost. I mean, at times I had to like put Google on, like just to get me home, because the streets are very weird here. And then you really discover like the locals and the plight of the locals anyway, if you just like walk around locally. And then the 5th one, just take a bus. You know, it's just too easy to call a taxi. But you know, take a bus, just make sure like you're standing on the right side of the road. Okay, so you check where people are standing, and then you just like stand there. It's a very inexpensive. Even if you don't know where you're getting off, you know what, don't worry, the bus is going back the same way. So these are, to recap, like 5 things you can just do to get out of your comfort zone. Is like basically just do it, talk to strangers, play a new sport, I mean, walk around, you know, take a bus. You know, it's difficult being lonely, or not, I wouldn't say I'm lonely, it's like difficult to do things on your own, and for the first time to get out of your comfort zone. But you know, once you've done it, it gets easier. And like me, out of my comfort zone was I had to walk across. Literally, I was even scared. You can't believe it, the water's flat, and I was scared to walk to this little island. Meanwhile, there was snows. I'm here, I'm still here. 2nd post for the day. I'm trying to get all of them done so before I go back. So have an awesome day, and look at that. I'm so blessed to be here, and thank you for watching. And give me your comments, what you think about what I said, okay?